Movie I'm going to be talking about today is 2001: A Space Odyssey. This is the second time I've talked about this movie, and the third week I have talked about Kubrick, so I'm sorry for the redundancy. This very famous movie was released in 1968 and directed by Stanley Kubrick. Like I discussed last week, Stanley Kubrick is probably one of the most well-known directors. Kubrick was born on July 26, 1928 in New York and died in England in March of 1999. Like most successful creative types, he was seen as an outcast in school and often performed very poorly. He was even turned down by all the colleges he applied to. He got his first big start at 16 working for Look magazine as a photographer. He was lucky to have a wealthy uncle to back his first film project. His first feature film was made in 1953 and was called Fear and Desire. Between 1957 and 1998, he made 10 feature films. Some of his most well-known films were 2001: A Space Odyssey, Full Metal Jacket, and Clockwork Orange. Something that is really cool in this movie is the use of sound. The use of sound in this movie creates a very cold and eerie feeling. The book describes the feeling I get because of the sound as ambient sound. Ambient sound is a sound which emanates from the ambience or background of the setting or environment being filmed. It is either recorded during production or added during post-production. One of the perfect examples of this is when Dave is on Jupiter in that creepy room he eventually ages and dies in. The whole time there's a cold noise. I can't really describe it because it is less of a noise and more of a feeling. I'm now going to show you a clip from that creepy room. Looking back on it, 2001: A Space Odyssey reminds me a lot of Bartholomew's song, especially in the way they make me feel. Both are incredibly cold. The ambient noise in both of these are very similar. The noise when Bartholomew takes the cube away reminds me a lot of the noise in Dave's creepy Jupiter cage.